listed our new mastermind series class, which is going to be June 5th at 4:30 Eastern. This is how to grow your small account part 2. You do not have to watch the first one to have the second one, but I highly recommend it because it is the basis and the foundation leading into part 2, which was how to grow your small account. It was $199 if you were able to buy that before the class. It's almost 2 hours, but it is a full 90-minute class with Q&A. You guys will be able to rewatch that as much as you want. If you did buy the first one, there is a discount code that you guys can use. I can't just blurt it out because it's only if you bought the first one. So head over to our Discord, look at the channel that is for the replay of that video, and you guys will see the actual discount code that is listed inside of there. You can find it in our store if you go to AmericanDreamTrading.com.
Training, okay? Because we train and we train hard so that when it's time to actually trade, we know what the hell we're doing.
You have now stumbled into AmericanDreamTrading.com, where we trade shares and options. I will show you about swing trading, long-term trading, dividend stocks, high-yield income stocks, covered calls, cash secure puts, diagonal and credit spreads, debit spreads. I will teach you everything there is to know about the entire market. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can't believe I get paid to help all of you get paid. This is such a wild thing.
Welcome to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket live chat and watch party. I'm your host, J&J Video Reacts, and this is the stream that has been created by traders for traders to basically just kick back and decompress after the market ends. What a day, huh? And hey, what an aftermarket. Sorry about that. It was so weird. Restream has a way of changing shit on you at the last minute. Apparently, there's a drop down now that you must click to find the account that you want to get into. So it must have all changed since I created the stream. It was weird because all of a sudden within the first 5 minutes, I go to get in the stream and it's, no, you have to log in. I'm like, what do you mean log in? I just created the stream, just in it. I didn't log out. So I log in and all I see is my account. I don't see the access the coach is giving me to do the restream on his channel. And I'm like, what is going on? So this is where patience comes in, because Jen comes in, hey, you having a problem? And I'm thinking she's not gonna know what's happening. I mean, I know she does live streams. I'm like, this is an ADT thing, and it's probably, it's got something to do with the restream. But okay, you know what? Here, if you want to look at the phone, yeah. All of a sudden, she clicks this drop down that is now there, and I see Coach's account. I'm like, you're shitting me. It was right there the whole time. I'm like, no way, dude. They changed that within the past 10 minutes. I'm like, thank you. Did you? Thank you. Restream that, like, right when I'm trying to. Anyway, so there's a drop down now. So now I know that. So thank you once again, Jen, my lovely wife. I love you. What would I do without you? You're my better half. What would I do without you? So we're started. I see we got Coach down there in the chat. Is he still there? What's up, bro? Don't fire me. Hey, look, I'm blind. Okay, I didn't see a drop down arrow. Okay, what? Restream is crazy. Anyway, welcome to the aftermarket. Shit happens. We're humans, okay? We're humans. Things happen. But yeah, welcome, guys. Today has been a fantabulous day. Everybody, as far as I could hear, made money today. I know there were some instances where some people had some unfortunate occurrences, and that is a part of the market. Those things are built in to teach us to follow Coach's rules. Okay. And I don't say that to kiss ass. I say that because it's freaking true. Okay. I say that because everybody, and we've all seen it, everybody who falls prey prey to the dark side and doesn't follow the rules, myself included, coach included. There's been times where coach doesn't even follow, and what happens? We get our asses handed to us, right? So follow the rules, guys. Follow them to the letter, okay? As much as you can, all right? Because there's no excuse for having a set of rules and having a mentor. Listen, if you listen to Trading in the Zone, it tells you one of the reasons people succeed in this business is because they've either been born into it like a Warren Buffett, or they've got a mentor like Coach. Okay. Now I am going to do a little bit of ass kissing because we have a mentor that has given us a set of rules, right? And all we have to do is follow them and follow them to the letter and have patience with ourselves, and we're going to succeed. That's not a commonplace anymore, right? Back in the day, people like Coach didn't have mentors like him. So that's why most people didn't trade, because they didn't have access to learn the way that we do. So I'll tell you now, getting in here and getting into the premium membership, getting into any of the VIP memberships, which by the way, Spring 500 gets you $500 off on any of the VIP memberships. Okay. If you are fortunate enough to get into any one of these groups, you're golden, because we learn in the way that we're supposed to be taught. We don't learn to chase callouts. We don't learn to just simply listen or watch for a text and then just jump in. No, we're taught to literally hunt out a viable stock, check out its criteria, see if it is a good setup, which we now know what a good setup looks like, and get in the trade. Not to mention, we're taught mechanics of how to get in that trade. So we're taught what a good setup looks like. We're taught how to trade it. We're taught how to hold on to it and how to let go and how to shed and get both, best of both worlds. Get out and keep some. You can't, that type of stuff, you can't put a price tag on. And if you get a VIP membership, it's $2,500. We've seen people in the VIP that, because they got in the VIP, made in excess of $2,500 in a day. Mark McSee made over $2,000 a day. A few months back, Mark McSee wasn't clocking $2,000 a day. It's the VIP training. Okay. It's being in there in the mornings with Nate, with Coach. All right. It is bound to work. Okay. You can be a caveman and sit in that room for 6 months and you'll be trading your ass off in 6 months. Guaranteed, if you listen. All right. So that's all you got to do. And if you don't have the money, put some aside. When you make good on trades, put $20 aside every time you make good on a trade. Put $50 aside. Put $100 aside, whatever you can afford, and build it up, and do not touch it. Make it a bill. Make it a little something out of your paycheck that you're putting towards your VIP account, because you got to get in the VIP. Yes, I'm looking for a tip too, Coach. So, okay. Just to get a tip. Damn, Mark. I've been teasing him about it all day. Like I'm making a ton of videos and you get the tip. But I'm sorry. We're a family. We joke each other. Mark McSee, I miss you. Where are you? And shout out to Ralph. Ralph's been coming up here hanging out with me the past few days, and I really appreciate it. Kind of reminds me of the Aftermarket of old, when we were doing it over on the other channel, the channel that shall not be named. No, I mean, it's my channel. I mean, hey, you can go over there and subscribe too. By the way, we are really pushing forward here. Before you know it, we will be at 11. Where are my thumbnails? Where are my thumbnails? Okay, so before you know it, we will be at 11,000 subscribers. Look at this. 10,625 subscribers. Way to go, gang. Way to go. Okay. So I know it looks like a big number, but look how many we already have. Makes that number look not so much, right? Okay, so if we already got to 10,625, stands to reason that 4,300 subscribers should be a walk in the park. We've already damn near doubled that. We've already doubled it. So yeah, let's knock that other 4,000 out. Okay, we can do it. We can do it. Um, okay. Let's put this out there, and hopefully, I don't know if Coach is still in here, but if you are, um, the girls brought up an excellent idea, maybe to buy a few more extra minutes for people to, I guess, decompress and get their snacks and drinks or whatever. Um, and if I'm editing, it gives me a couple extra minutes, whatever. But starting the aftermarket at 5. So I'm thinking that's a good idea. It's a happy medium between. I used to start at 5:30, which it ended up to me running late. Sometimes we still go to 7. And then 4:30 may be a little bit too soon. Things are still going on in the Zoom call, and people that hasn't shut down yet. So how about 5 o'clock? And how about we start that Monday? So this is me giving you a heads up now. I'm already working on a new promo. That's why I haven't been playing the promo, because remember, Coach pulled out the one-on-one with the moderator, so I can't very well play that anymore. I thought about the lazy route and just cutting that out, but I'm like, nah, it's kind of getting stale now. We've seen it a gazillion times. Let's go ahead and make something fresh. So I'm working on that, and editing takes time. So I'll go ahead and get that up. I should be done that between tonight and tomorrow. And yeah, so we'll have a fresh video, but I'll put a little promo out, just kind of making sure everybody is teased with that information that Monday, starting Monday, the aftermarket will go from 5 o'clock. So, and I think that's cool too, because a lot of times, when we do workshop classes and masterminds and things like that, they start at 4:30. This way, it cuts less and less into it. You know what I mean? Because usually I attend those. I'm a student too. So I definitely want to be in there on them. So yeah. So 5 o'clock starting Mondays. All right. So there it is. Normally, did we get a chance to put the links in there? I don't think so. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Let me go ahead and put them in. Just give me 2 seconds, gang. I'm going to go ahead and make sure to join the panel. Okay. We got to get the links in there. Yeah, Restream kicked me out. I was in the middle of doing all that. Let's see here. Okay, so there's going to be 2 me's. Hopefully everybody had a good day trading. I actually made some money today. I am happy. Yes, I am. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. All right, I have secured the Restream link. And click here to join the panel. Boom. Okay. That's if you want to join the panel. So the link to join the panel and come up here and talk about your day and decompress is in there. Click here to join American Dream Trading. Sorry, guys, for the dead air. I'm just putting in the American Dream Trading link. Okay. And let's go ahead and get out of here. Because we got to have a way for people to join, right? We can't keep this all to ourselves. We got to let people be able to join American Dream Trading with us and get the best training in the world, right? Okay, so let's get in. And let's go ahead and pin that. Boom. Okay. All right. And click here to okay. And I tell you what, some rockin' music though, isn't it? Okay. All right, now let's get out of that. Okay. We're good to go. Crazy, crazy day. So I wanted to talk about support and resistance because support and resistance is the cheat code if you don't know. Okay. It's not Diet Coke, but it works. Support and resistance lines are the absolute cheat code. Why? Because they tell you, based on past patterns that have formed, what a stock is probable to do. Okay, we work in probabilities when we're trading stocks, and it tells you what patterns have been developed in the past and where a stock is most likely to go. Well, when a lot of you are asking Coach or Nate or Mark or any of us, where do you think this stock's going to go? Basically, what you're asking is, where are the support and resistance lines? Whether you know it or not. That's what you're really asking, because that's the only thing that you can use to discern that information. There is no secret crystal ball. There is no magic answer. There is no tarot leaves or tea leaves or tarot cards or anything like that that tells us what a stock is doing. What tells us what a stock is doing or capable of doing simply is screen time, support and resistance lines, and the L2. Okay? That tells you where a stock is most likely to go. And the L2 tells you where the support and resistance lines are sitting at currently in the trade that you're in that moment. That's just as powerful, if not more. So you've got to learn these skills, guys. It's almost more important to learn that than it is to learn how to get in and out of a trade. Why? You can get in and out of a trade all day long, but if you don't know support and resistance lines and you don't know how to read the L2 and you have no idea what a stock is doing, who cares if you can click and get in and out of trades, because most likely you're losing money. Okay? If you don't know what you're doing once you get in that trade, what to look for, you're going to lose money. And I can definitely preach to that, because that's not the issue why I have not had stellar success. My issue hasn't been that I don't know how to trade or that I don't know what to look for. I can get in and ride at the high heaven, Miss Diamond Hands over here. My problem was being greedy and not getting out once I had green. I was always getting green. I just didn't keep it. Okay? So I know how to trade. And today I took that knowledge and I took Nate's ass whippings that I've been getting the past few days, and I've been getting out of trades. I've been getting in, getting green, and getting out. I've been taking Bruno's tugging me by the ear. Come on. You got money. Come on, let's go. You know what I mean? And getting my ass out of trades and taking home some green. Because if you don't do that, the market's going to take it from you. And you got to learn how to trade properly. You got to use support and resistance signs and read the L2. You got to. Who is this? Hello? Like, is the screen getting ready to blow up? Sandra D. As in Greece, Sandra D? Do you not have a camera? What's happening? Why do you look blue? Do you have a microphone? I'm gonna have to kick you out. Speak, show yourself, or forever hold your peace. Okay, there's a private message here. Hold on. I'm your private message. You do? Okay, then let's see you. Let's see you and hear you. I don't know how to I don't know how to do the group chat. I'm new. Okay. And then she says, hold on. There we are. There we are. Hi, honey. Is your mic working? Are you muted? Why are you muted? Are you trying to unmute? It's all good. Take your time. Play with some buttons and look around. Look for a microphone that has a little line through it. It should be right under your picture. All right, we got Future Trader in here with us. What's up, Future?
All right, how about you?
I'm good.
How'd you do today? I heard all the excitement when I was at work.
I see, but it won't let me. Okay, it won't let her unmute her mic. Yeah, things were happening today. Things were looking good. Me personally, I got an IWM, which you know is the Russell, the baby stocks. And man, that thing ran up, Future. Oh nice. My God. That was a beautiful trade. I raped it twice. I went in, I was like, whoop, I'll take that.
Cool.
Whoop. Look, I forgot that I'm a Cancer, okay? And I love Cancers. I love Cancer, but we have two attributes that I have not taken advantage of. Do you know what they are?
What's that?
Being sneaky. And I don't mean that in a bad way. And also being hunters. We're scavengers. We crawl across the ocean bottom looking for plankton and stuff like that, right? Well, right. I'm like, why am I not using these attributes in the market?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why am I not hunting and pecking? Why am I not being sneaky and give me that? Thank you. Bye-bye.
To be doing?
Yeah. Give me that. Bye-bye. See ya. Not quick enough. You know? That's so awesome. Once I adopted that mentality, because I watch Nate and Mark do it all the time. I'm trying to be ho-hum sitting in these stocks. I'm like, no, pull that side out. You know, like when you could drive and you were darting in and out of traffic. Yeah, you need to be doing that with these stocks, you know? So today I did it successfully, and I think that's probably going to be happening from here on out. I don't care if I get $10. I'm taking it.
Nice.
Period. And the cool thing is, that's it. And shedding, dude. Shedding. Shedding is the key because it allows you to stay in.
I don't have that yet down. I don't know. I'm struggling with the shedding yet.
Okay.
And I think I'm not doing. I don't think I'm shedding right because I think I'm going a little too much at one shot. You know what I mean? Like,
well, talk to me about that. What do you mean? Because I'd love to do that.
You know, like. I did Aftermarket today. I did because I was at work. I was just listening. I was listening to how he had that 5-star or 7-star trade today, and Nate made that. Everybody, well, Mark made good money.
SMCI.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed it. So but I had my, what do you call it, on my I guess you call it earbuds,
Yeah.
and I'm just listening to you guys in there. I'm like, I gotta work. So I'm like, that's cool, and at
Oh,
least
you
people
must have
out
had
there.
FOMO to the highest
Oh
power,
man! But remember me in the morning, in the early morning, I was talking to Nate about the L2.
Yes.
Well, I it's well, you were there on Saturday. I don't want to get too much into the training because that's specifically for the VIP gold.
Well,
I don't want
here's
to.
the thing. This past Saturday was for everybody, the all paid
Yeah,
members.
well,
So,
it was Nate going over the L2, and I think I asked a couple questions, and then he was going very detail about it.
did you see the
So
breakdown?
yeah, so what I did was today on the aftermarket, as soon as it hit 4 o'clock, I went back and Weeble in the aftermarket, and you see me.
Uh-huh.
I posted it. I was using the L2 with I can tell you right now with oh, here it is, ABVC, and then I did Tesla. I didn't realize Tesla had good earnings report.
Okay.
I was
Let's pull them up.
in and out of Tesla 4 times using that L2 the way Nate teaches us how to use it, and I was
Yeah.
watching it break down. Boom! That thing got down. It was like a 15,000, I think. That thing
Yeah.
went all the way down to about 400, and I got in,
Good.
and bam! It was like,
Good.
this is unbelievable. So
And
I
it's
came up, I seen
slingshot.
the
It's
tail,
slingshotted, right?
yeah, slingshot, and then seen that wick. I got out. I total I right before I came in here, I made $725. I'm like, this is,
Damn.
I know, I don't
Woo!
believe it, man. I'm like, that L2 works great.
You're getting
and,
it.
and once you get the, I'm telling you, because I've been, oh man, it's
Look, here's what I
frustrating when you
want you
don't
to
know how to
do though,
use it.
future. I want you to continue to do exact like whatever you need to do to remember what you did, journal it, whatever. Do it exactly like that
Oh,
each time. Every time. Don't veer off from it.
right. Yeah, right here, man. That's what you guys taught me. I remember I went and got that.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, man.
That's exact what you
But
did is exactly how it's done. And sometimes we convolute it and add things to it. No, it's the exact same way each time. Wait
yeah,
for that to break down.
yeah,
If you're going to buy on the ass side, wait for it to break down
yeah.
and don't get in it before it does that because you may end up getting caught in the downtrend. Wait for it to break and
Well,
get right down to right before it slingshots and then you get in.
yeah. That. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to see it now. Everybody says it starts to click. I'm saying I'm starting to learn.
Yeah.
I'm starting to learn to understand it. And I'm understanding it now.
Awesome. Awesome.
But I was like, oh, finally,
So let me
I'm
ask you
getting
a
a break.
question. Let me ask you a question. Do you do both styles? Do you do any of the waiting in the weeds as well? Have you tried that yet?
This morning when you guys were trading, I was looking at it, and it looked like to me some of the stocks that Nate and Mark were looking at and talking about, waiting the waiting the weeds was really low, and I'm like, man, I was like, there's no way. Sure enough, one of them came all the way down there, and I'm watching it, and bam, that thing shot right off of it. I'm like, why did I not play that?
Yeah.
Nate teaches you,
Yeah, it's
and Mark does
there's
it.
two strategies there. You can buy on the
Yeah,
ask and do the slingshot when you want to get it in the momentum, or you can wait and with you being at work, you may not have time to sit there and do a quick scalp, or maybe you
that's
can just get in and
yeah,
out, right? So you set it
yeah.
and forget it. Set a limit right just above wherever that
Ah, I did not think of that.
set it right the one
See
right
that?
above it, whatever, like say it's 5,000 at $2.50 and the rest of it is like 4,000, 1,000, 200, 500, whatever that biggest number is, set it to one right above it because that way it gets you on the way to it.
Oh, get you in it. I
And
got
then
you.
once it starts going up, you're already in it, dude.
Oh,
And that way
nice.
you can set it and you don't have to sit there and watch it. Go back and see, did it pick me up? Oh, it still didn't pick me up yet? Okay. You know what I mean? Oh, it picked me up. I'm making money.
I'm gonna
Cool.
try that.
Yeah, yeah. And then
Yeah, I'm
once
gonna
you
try
get
that.
in it, yeah, set your limit buy and set your limit sell. Try to set it maybe one or two above where it's gonna sell off at, because you'll see the wall on that side, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, you'll end up getting some money while you're working.
Yeah, it's tough because just at the 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, that's when a lot of people are starting to come in. I run the shop, so it's kind
Okay.
of like hard for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I let the
I
guys
got
settle.
you.
I'm like I'm listening to you guys. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like this is killing me. It's awesome, but
But you're doing good though, man.
oh my gosh, dude, that was a surprise tonight. Because remember I did the other one. It was like what was it? It's like $73.
Yeah.
You know
My boy. Yeah.
what's up, DJ?
What's going on?
Vinny.
Not
I
much.
dipped the toe, Vinny.
Yeah, how'd it feel?
It felt fabulous, man. I was
Good.
looking at Spy and I'm like, wait a minute. No, 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 no. IWM. Let's go look at that. Remember that one? Yeah. Let's go over there. Ah, okay. Let's go. I started to go one in the money, but I'm like, I only had $200 to play with, right? And I didn't want to be using up all of my buying power on two trades. So I'm like, how can we strategically still be, and that's what I love about IWM, because you can go like one or two out of the money and still have a decent delta.
But
And
if you go that third, that's the one where I nailed the shit out of it today.
that's where I was. I think that's where I was. I think I was three out of the money.
Yeah, I went
It was
3
like
out.
it was like $14, and I got two of them. You right?
Yep.
And it only cost $28, and it started shooting up, and I went on ahead and then it started. I saw a wick come in, and I jumped out of it, and I wasn't paying attention to my P&L, so I went and looked at my P&L after, and it said minus 28 plus 52. I'm like, oh, okay, scalpage.
That
And then I
moves
went,
right nice, doesn't it?
yeah, it does. And I'm like, let's go back, because now look at you. You just made yourself $30, almost $30, and you've got most of your buying power still left. You only spent $28 of it. So the
Yep.
next one I went in, I think I did like 10 contracts at like $7 or something like
Yeah.
that. I can't remember. I did a couple of them.
Yeah,
But
What was
if you
it?
go 3 out, they're usually like under a dime
yeah,
or
What
$10, whatever.
stock is this?
IWM.
IWM.
Don't tell
Really? I didn't
everybody.
know they were that cheap. Wow.
Don't tell everybody.
It's
IWM,
the
man,
Russell
I'm getting the
2000.
big boys.
It's the Russell
Yeah.
2000. It's like
Oh,
SPY, but with
IWM.
all the smaller cap stocks.
And when I saw that
Look, he's gonna
SMCI and
annihilate it.
all the technical stocks were running, that IBM has some of them in there, right? So when I saw those are running, SPY's running, just look at IWM, it's running.
Yeah. When I heard Coach say SPY was running, I went to SPY and I'm like, wait a minute, what about Skirp? Put the brakes on. IWM, remember?
Right.
So, I'm talking to myself here. It's like IWM, go check it out. And I'm like,
That-
wow, that's affordable.
That had probably within 8 minutes of it open, it was already at a 5-star trade.
And I was pissed, Vinny, because they shook me out with those two big red candles in the middle of it. I was one of the ones that they shook out, but only because they, I'm training myself. When I see stuff like that, I can't keep sitting in that. I don't care
Yeah.
if it did go back and run the other way, which it did. And that 7 cents turned into freaking 14 cents. I was so
Right.
pissed. I was like, damn it, Dawn. If you had just stayed in that thing another couple of minutes, you would have ended up quadrupling what you had in there. But I couldn't be mad at that, because out of 10 times,
Yeah.
that's not going to happen like that. It's going to continue down and I'm going to lose money. So I've got that embedded in there now. Not always, but in my mind, that's what's going to happen. So I get out now.
Those 20 contracts, that was the most contracts that I've ever bought. the highest amount I've ever bought
That's
doing
awesome, man.
options.
That's awesome. I've done
Yep.
it with smaller amounts of money. I'll do 20 in a heartbeat on SPY. Like sometimes if I got $200 or an extra 200, I'll do the
Yeah.
$10 one. I'll do 20 of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, I've gotten used to the bigger size contracts. I tell you what, anytime my daredevil ass tried to do 100 and
You're
lost
double
700
ass.
bucks, right? 700
Right.
bucks, but I did it. I hit that 100, baby. So I'm
Right.
already done the craziness. So it's all downhill from there. I'm not scared to do 100 contracts because I've done it and I can see what it can do to you. If you did get it right though, oh my God. So I got that fear out of the way early.
Right.
I lost 700 bucks doing it, but one day I was just like, you know what? Let's see what happens. I mean, hey, and I didn't have it to lose at all, but
Right.
I had to taste what it was like to try to do 100 contracts. And I don't recommend that for any new person because you could mess around and actually win. And then you'll fool yourself into thinking you can do that all the time. And
Right.
then you'll do it again, and then you'll do what happened to me, and I lost 700, but I lost my rent money in one foul swoop. So I would not recommend that for anybody. That is me testing my boundaries in my mind. I'm not
Yeah.
you, you're not me. So don't try this at home. Okay. So, but at some point, once you get used to doing smaller amounts, like I was just telling Future right there, what he did today and what he's been doing, just keep doing that. That L2 training that you're training yourself on, that you're getting from the more, keep doing it exactly the way you did it. I'm telling myself the same thing. What you did today, keep doing it exactly that way.
Right.
I don't care if you leave money on the table because you're gonna leave money. Nate leaves money on the table all the time. Coach leaves money
Yeah.
on the table all the time. Mark.
Did you do a second dip on that?
I did too, all together.
No, but I mean, did you like when I ran? I let it run all the way up and I sold it.
Yeah,
I
no,
said
no.
10 and 10. I did 10 and 10, and then I was like, I looked at the L2 and I was like, this is going higher.
Well, dude, I'm pissed because I got 10 contracts the second time. I should have shaved and I didn't. And I'm a shaver. So
Yeah.
I should lose my shaving card for a day because I do shave.
Right.
And I did not do it in that instance. And I'm like, that was the wrong time, dummy, not to shave because look, it kept running. They tried to shake you out. Look what they did. They shook you out, and everybody else
Right.
who was scared and kept running. That's why you're taught to shave for instances like that. So, yeah, won't be
Yeah, I
doing
had a
that.
feeling it was going to go to 200, but I didn't think it would do it today. But I think it did
Dude,
before I left to go to the
did it?
doctors. It was up there.
It's 190,
Yeah, I left to go to the
198.
doctors. I had a doctor's appointment this afternoon at 2, but I sold
Yeah.
out of there. I think at like quarter of 2, and
Okay,
it was
so
pushing it.
the name of this show is Support and Resistance. This is what I wanted to talk about because the reason I stayed in the
Yeah.
trade for as long as I did was I went right over to the L2 Future, right? I
Right.
went right over to the
Yeah.
L2 and started looking at what was happening. Now, I don't know if you two have noticed this about the L2, but have you noticed when those orders stack on each
Yeah.
side? Okay, whenever they stack up, if one side is stacked and the other's not, it's just got a floater going. The side that's got the most volume is where it's going. So
Right.
if there's like 10 of them stacked up on the buy side, then that stock is going up to try to fill those sell orders. And whatever's going on in the buy side, I'm not worried about. All I see is a bunch of red stacked up. That means that stock's going up. Okay. So I saw it when it was sitting at what, $197 and some change.
But Dawn,
I
let me ask you a
saw,
quick question.
yeah.
When you say it's stacked, are you saying like there's each like I don't know, I'm just giving an example. Say it's $100 and it's stacking up with a bunch of orders. Is that what you mean? They're all
Okay.
ordered up.
So
Is that what
you
you
know
mean?
what
Yeah.
we're talking about. You know what we're talking about with the breakdown. You watch it. It's the
Yes.
red line. It's got the breakdown.
Yeah,
I'm talking
like-
about 10 red lines.
Wow,
All
I've never
stacked
seen
up
that
together.
before.
Yeah, $2,500 2,500 shares a piece. You've never seen
Woo!
that? Yeah.
Not yet, be honest with you.
Usually that represents institutional buying or selling.
Ah,
Okay.
wow.
When you see an order for like, it could be like $250,000 worth of shares, but what they'll do is they'll break it up into 10 $2,500 orders.
Gotcha. How
Yeah.
about that?
If you
Oh, I'm
see
right
that,
there.
oh my God, if you see that, that's kind of a cheat code that's the side it's going to tip towards. Now, if you see it on both sides, we got flatness happening because that means they're, like Mark says, they're smacking each other in the mouth. It's not moving. When you see it
Oh, I
stacked
see.
on both sides, the order is consolidating. They're fighting. But when you see it stacked on one side or the other, that's the direction it's going. Pay attention to it. If it's on the
Ah,
green side, it's going to bring it
stack.
down to meet whatever they're trying to pay. If it's on the red side, it's going to go up to fill those orders. You want it to be one side or
Okay.
the other. That tells you which way it's going. So, getting back to my story, Vinny, I saw it at $197 and some change, right? All I
Yep.
saw was 128.20. I mean 198.20, 198. I'm like, oh,
Did you
really?
see Did you see the ones that were stacking up at 200?
Yes.
I
I'm
was
like,
like, come on.
okay, that's the direction we're going in. I'm in, baby.
So I
And I'm
got down at
seeing it.
198.44, and I
Yeah.
already had my resistance line was um at 198. So I kept marking that out as it was going up. So I just marked it just now. It did reach 199.32 three times. So
Dude.
that's a triple top.
Yeah, because 200 was the plague to that thing today.
Yeah.
It would not hit it for shit. I was like, this thing, and it didn't like 190. It had a hard time getting past 198.
Yeah, it did.
So
It did.
I'm like, oh, it was killing me.
Yep.
But yeah, man, that's a cheat code, Future. Check that out.
Yeah, well, I'm writing notes. You got
Yeah,
somebody
check
there
that out,
asking,
brother.
is the L2
Well,
screen free?
just be careful tomorrow morning because it's on a triple top now. Now it's
Here's
sell
the
off.
thing.
It's sold
I'm
off in the after hours.
yeah, I'm waiting for setups. I'm not.
Yeah.
There's no more jumping in trades for me
Yeah.
because I've got to be patient.
Resistance.
Well,
Remember our
Coach
lines:
always says,
resistance and support.
let the trade come to you. That's what he always
That's
That's
says.
right.
So
right. That's right.
That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
let it come
And
to
it's
you. Don't
taken me
reinforce.
Mark says 10 months. It's taken me 11 months to finally internalize that. You
That's all
know?
right. It's
Yeah.
okay. You're getting it, man.
Somebody asked a question down there: is L2 screen free on Weeble? No, it is not. You got to pay. What
$2.99.
is it? $2.99 a month.
$2.99. Yep.
Yep.
$3. A whopping $3.
Woohoo!
But it's well worth it.
Yes, it
Oh
is.
yeah.
It's
It is
I think
definitely
well
Weeble has
worth it.
L2.
You can't see your screen now, can you?
What?
On can you see your L2s?
I can pull it up on Weeble. Hold on.
Yeah, look at those orders. Those leftover orders. Somebody had something all the way down up to 210, 215, and 216. I guess they took a loss for today, or are they holding that overnight? I don't know.
Hey DJ, you ever go in the pre-market in the morning?
Yeah, I'm in there in the morning.
Oh, okay. No,
Yep.
you're quiet like me.
Well, Ralph says I draw too much attention, so I kind of
Oh, hey, I try to ask as much questions as I can,
yeah.
but these
Didn't he
guys,
say that?
sometimes I don't like going in there because these guys got conversations. But Nate says no, talk.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Nate
But
don't care.
you, I get, I do you do VIP gold yet or?
No, I have not.
Oh my gosh!
I
I mean,
have.
I'm not selling
I'm
nothing to
not sure what the
nobody.
hell I have. I think I have a monthly because I did whichever one was 5, and there
Right.
was a discount to it, so I split the discount with Dawn.
Well, I tell you what, this last class we had that helped me majorly on my trading.
Was Coach in
Today,
there this afternoon?
Yes.
what's that?
He came back in.
Damn it, I
Yeah,
missed it.
But
That's
no, you
always
Were you
fun
can't.
in there?
time when he comes in the afternoon.
I don't have it up, Vinny. You know, I just pulled up my Weeble and everything is
But that's all
blank.
right.
All of my widgets are
Yeah,
gone.
that's
Damn
the
it.
left. I
Gotta
don't know
fix
if they're
that up.
leftover. I don't know if they're leftover orders or whatever, but somebody had something in there 216, 215, 210. Yeah.
Damn it. I'm glad I looked at that because that's completely cleared out.
Yeah, when I
I had
went
to
in for the
close the
second dip, I happened to glance over at the L2s and I was like, this has got to be going. It just
list.
took a freaking day, man.
That's crazy.
And I didn't want to sell. I was going to wait till I got to the doctor's office, and thank God I didn't, because I got over there and I didn't have internet, or I couldn't even pull up my Weevil or my Robinhood. I didn't have no service or whatever in that area. I
Yeah.
was like, man, thank God I saw the shit before I left the house.
What the
Was
hell?
you able to hit?
Oh,
Was you able to hit the pre-market though?
But that,
Was you able to trade in the morning?
yeah, I do it on. I set up a Weevil just to do the hot stock, and then I keep my Robinhood for my options and all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
so Vinny, how much did you make today, buddy?
All total with let's see, my total. Let's start with this morning. All total, probably about 1350 ish.
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
That's a
What'd you
sweet
make all the
day.
money on?
IWM.
Nice.
Look, I'm pulling it up for you.
It's like I
What do you
said,
do?
future trader. I've never done any more than 10 contracts, and I went in this morning with 20.
That's
Oh,
IWM
nice.
today.
Yeah.
Was you doing the 2-minute EWO on that?
Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
Look, they got you so messed up about that crossover shit. So
Well,
did you go in on the second candle or did you scalp it?
Well,
here, let me explain. Let me explain to you. At 9:31, right? A minute after the market opened, I was
Uh-huh.
right.
watching the 200, right? And right about 9:36, that's when I got in.
Well, yeah, that was in the 2-minute EWO at that point.
Wait a minute, hold on.
But if you look at the
Let me-
1 minute, if you look at the 1 minute, and zoom into the 1 minute, they're between 9:31 and 9:36.
Oh, yeah, because it dorned through the pre-market into the
What
open.
time did you get in, Vinny?
9:36.
That's the IWM. Yeah, that was
Yep.
already in the 2-minute EWO. Yeah. I tell you
And
what,
I sold
Vinny.
my first.
Okay,
I-
so no. That wasn't an EWO play though.
That
Let's
was a
not
1
Oh,
minute. That was a 1 minute.
Yeah.
That was a 1 minute.
oh,
So listen,
okay.
Right. That was a
listen.
Go ahead.
scalp because look where he's
So
at. Right?
at 10:25, I sold my first 10.
Hold on. Let me.
I marked them out on the.
Oh, yeah.
So I sold my
See where
first
he's at?
10.
I got.
I sold my first 10 at 10:25, and or no, that was my second set. My first set I sold at 9:55. So I sold my first set at 9:55 and my second set at 10
Okay. Yeah, you're in the 1
10:25.
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was scalping.
Yeah.
So that was good.
That's scalping. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was
I
good.
mean, I
was in the
remember when I first
process
started. I remember when
when I was in the process of doing the scalp and it's just running away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Run on. Run on. Go ahead. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Right.
Well, I remember when I started doing this stuff. If I even Dawn remembers, I kept asking, how do you do the, I wasn't doing the 2-minute EWO. She says, you're getting confused.
Right.
I'm like, I'm getting confused. What do you mean? And then she must explain it to me half a dozen times. I hear Coach talk about it a lot, and then I hear other people are having the same problem. I was like, well, how come I can't see this? Finally, one day, boom, it clicked on me like, now I know what I'm doing wrong.
So
Okay. So let me
you
ask
don't
you
have
this.
those 5 stars?
Let me ask you this,
Huh?
Future. Looking at this, right?
Go ahead.
Where would it have been a
Yeah.
proper entry if he were doing a 2-minute EWO? Where would his entry have been?
at
Hold on, let me,
9:48.
Don't say nothing, Vinny.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go. You dog. Hold on a minute. I got to go to my trading view.
Okay.
So the question is
tell me what
when is a 2-minute EWO?
Yeah, like pull up IWM,
Absolutely.
right?
Before that.
And
All right,
go
hold
to your
on.
put your time frame on 2 minute and tell me what time tell me where his entry would have been. What time was it?
Well, all right, hold on. I have the coach's indicator, so hold on a minute. It takes, just give me a little second. It takes a little bit for this
Take
to
your time,
load.
man.
Hold
Okay.
on. Hold on. IWM,
Yep.
Yep.
is that right?
Yes, sir.
IWM. Is that considered futures?
Technically, if we were doing this absolutely to the letter, 2-minute EWO, which kind of, goes against one of
Hold on a
Coach's
minute.
rules for new traders. But if you're doing a proper 2-minute EWO, where would it fall?
Oh, EW. Oh, well, hold on a minute. I put all right.
No, it's IWM is the stock you're looking up. India Whiskey Mike.
It must be. Hold on. Indices.
Does it say Russell 2000?
Oh, hold on a minute.
Take your time.
I never have a problem with this stuff. Yeah, because I want to do this because we're here.
Yeah.
I'm in the trading station. I mean, trading view.
Okay. And you're looking up IWM?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. I sold the first 10 at 9:56 and the second
Loading.
10
All right, hold on.
24.
What's
Wow.
what's
I got to go
happening?
to 2 minute.
Yeah, go to the 2 minute. And looking down at that
There we are.
EWO down at the bottom, right? You got your EWO up there?
Right.
What
Now,
time?
yeah,
would
now
this,
it
would a
shows.
proper entry
It
have
shows.
been
It would
for
have
it to be
been now
considered?
on my end. You have
He fell off.
What's the odds, dude? What's the odds?
So listen to me, Dawn. If you did it on a 2-minute,
Future, it's all good, man. It's all good. If you don't know the answer, don't worry about it.
well,
You ain't got
if
to
you
dip
did it
out.
on if you did it on a 2-minute at 9:38, right on the 2-minute, you had your crossover of the beginning of your 5-star trade was at 9:38. If you were on a 2-minute,
Okay, no. A proper entry on an EWO. That's what I'm looking for.
yes.
Okay, so what
if you
time
did
would
it,
that have been?
that was 9:30. 9:36,
No,
9:38.
period. 9:30, period. Because the second candle is right at 9:30. The second candle that's bigger than the first one is at 9:30 sharp. Now, that's what I said. It goes against Coach's rules
Right.
of jumping in the first 3 minutes. But if you were
Right.
to do a proper 2-minute EWO to the letter how it's supposed to be done, it is on that second highest candle. So that fell literally at
9:32.
No,
Yeah,
9:30.
9:32ish. Yeah.
No, 9:30. It's 9:30, dude. There's one at 9:30, like
Yeah,
9:28.
I see it. I see it. I see it.
Yeah, you would have literally had to jump in that thing at 9:30. But if you did, look what would have happened. You would have been fine.
I was fine.
I know you were. You scalped it. Yeah, you scalped it. All right, Future, you good?
All right. Finally, I'm back. All right. Now, you want my opinion?
Yeah.
All right. I
already said it.
By looking at it, it literally looks like right at the open.
Right.
You cheater! You
Very
heard me
good.
say
Very
it.
good. Very good. Very
You
good.
heard me say it. You heard me say it. No, you're right. At 9:30, there is a second candle that is bigger than the one at 9:28, right?
Yes.
Like
Yep.
literally, as soon as the market opens, your
Yep.
second EWO candle fell that was higher than that biggest one. And right there, that lets you know that's your entry right there, right? And
Now,
if you look up
according,
at the 9 and those other indicators, they are also falling in line with that because the cloud and everything is green, everything is up, the candles are right falling above the 9, so you're
hey,
good.
Dawn, I
Yeah,
mean, everything, yeah, that's like
everything lined up.
all the rules are there. You're above the cloud. You got the second EWO. Everything's there. That
Yes,
was like a
this
perfect. That's a
5-star
perfect.
trade.
That's a perfect EWO right there.
Yes, it is.
You
You
couldn't get any
got
better.
you got the second candle here, and all of your you've got everything has crossed over. So the 9 is over the 25, the 25 is over the 55, and all of your candles are above the 9. You are golden. Nowhere in here does it say to get out at all. Even
No,
here, okay, when it's hemming and hawing, right? Does it tell you to get out? No, it's still
now,
green. It's still green.
now,
That's green
Dawn.
all day long.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dawn. Now,
Mm-hmm.
correct me if I'm wrong. Coach always says if for beginners, you want to wait at least 30 minutes. That's for beginners. Now,
Right.
even some of your really good traders, he said even wait for the first just 3 minutes. But
That's
if
the
you're good,
disclaimer I
like
made. I said this is going to
right,
go against one of coach's rules. But if
right,
you're
and
looking for a proper EWO, it's right there,
yes,
and it falls within
it's
that
right
time
there.
frame.
That thing
Yeah.
never turned back. You couldn't ask for a better trade.
Dude,
That's
and this
perfect.
is what's perfect about this trade because you could, if you're a person who prefers waiting, you could have waited till the freaking cows came home and got in
Yeah,
this thing. Okay, you would have made money. Okay, you could have waited
You
until
could
the
have went out to
cows came home.
breakfast and lunch and came back and do it.
well, yeah. Well, here's the DJ. You're doing good. I can't go against that. You're
Yeah,
making
he's doing
money,
real
so
good.
that's great. But when it comes to that 2 minute EWO, you break one of those rules, you're really not in it. That's
Right.
the way coach teaches it. I'm just saying because I was struggling with it for I'm going to say a good 2 to 3 months, and finally it just boom. Now I say it. But I
Yeah,
also had a one-on-one with David. Awesome. That guy is incredible.
yeah, he is.
He is
Yes, he is.
incredible.
Now,
It's
doing proper resistance and support lines, if you look at that stock for the last 5 days, what direction would you get out of that to where it was going today?
hold on. Say this again. Say it
Um,
one more time.
Go
Say
go
it
to the
again.
5 day, go to the 5 day, right?
5.
And if you had your
Yeah.
proper support and resistance lines on that stock,
I
I
really
don't have a
don't.
5 day. I got
I
a
usually
one
don't
day.
do that. I usually do what coach does in the morning.
what's
So
that?
I never go 5 days. I never did.
Let me tell you what I do. And this is just for me, right? But when I view a stock, I do the max. I do the max. I map it out from the max to the 5 year, to the 1 year, to the year to date, 6 months, 3 months, 1 month, 5 days, 1 day. That way you know every place where that stock has been. So when I channel everything out on Sunday, because I usually do my plan, I write everything down, right? So on Sunday, that's what I do. The stock that I'm playing for that week, I go all the way out, read the whole entire book before you get into that stock. That way, you know where your resistance lines are, you know where your support lines are, you know where your double tops are, you know where your double bottoms are, and that's the way
Okay,
that's the
so
way I
here's
chart
the
them out.
thing. Each one of these candles, when you go out, when you're on a day chart, represents one day. So I'm on a day chart. I'm on the daily. So this represents each one of these candles, instead of it being normally being a 2-minute candle, this is a 1-day candle.
Yeah,
Obviously,
I don't.
we see today. Do you
Let's see.
ever do that? Do you ever do
Can
that,
you
Future?
can you see me,
I
Don?
only what Coach does. All I can remember is like 4 hour 15, something like that. 4 hour. I know
Okay,
Mark in the
four.
morning does the 4 hour.
Yeah, the
And
four
then
hour, and then you do like the 15-minute, then the 5-minute, and the two
okay,
minute, and
yeah,
then the 1 minute. Yeah.
that's it.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah,
No, but hold on one second. So
See,
here's what I'm trying to show you here, right? It's 1 day. Each one of these candles, now that I'm on the daily, represents 1 day, Future, right?
right. Yeah, I
So this
understand it.
was today. You
Yeah,
see what happened today. But to
yes,
Vinny's point, look what happened past couple of days.
it's on the uptrend.
Yes, right here. It's telling you right here that this thing is on the uptrend. This is
yeah.
today, this is yesterday, this is the day before. It's just like looking at a 2-minute chart. So it's telling you right down here, all right, this thing's on the uptrend. So it was bound to probably have one of these days. If you were in this era, right? This
Yep.
would be you here. If you were sitting here, this would be telling you this is on a downtrend. If you looked on the daily. So, you know
I
what I mean?
Yeah.
dissect the shit out of
But I
it,
just looked
so
at it.
I know every move that stock's going to make before I get in it.
This is just like charting out, like you were talking about a double top. Here's a double top.
Yep.
So basically, if you're looking at this day, right? If you put a line in here, hold on.
I know. Yeah,
SPY is a perfect example of a double top. If you go a month out and look at the trend and look at the way it actually ran up to that 525 when it hit its head there twice, and it
Okay,
started to come
so
down. Plus the
with
news and everything else drove it down. But you get my drift of what I'm saying. Your support
definitely,
lines and your resistance lines are very important.
absolutely,
Before
that's what
you,
this whole thing is about. You know,
yeah,
if you take a look at this IWM right here, and you see right here, and you're looking here, and say you're on this day, and you happen to pull up a daily chart, and it
yep.
came here. Look what happened. It stopped right there. But look, a few days back, it did that it stopped at that same spot. So it works just like a 2-minute chart. You can look if it's passing these levels and see, is there a double top anywhere in the past that this day may hit, and it did.
That's
So
why Coach says zoom out and get the whole picture.
yep,
Right?
zoom out,
yeah. I see him
zoom
do that.
out.
Yep. Yeah, spy is pretty. I mean, that's almost textbook watching. You know, mind you, we had the news and everything else too to go with it. But yeah,
Yeah, so you said spy. Hold on, let me pull it up.
yeah. Spy go a month out. I think it was yeah. You can see the back half of that double top. So from the 1st of April was right around where that top was. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong one. Hold on. Let me get on the right one. Yeah. Yeah. So back in what was that? April round about the 1st, right? That's when I think it was a second or a third double top up at the 523 ish, 24 range, right? So we knew we were coming up for resistance again, and it started to come down, and it just went and went and went and went and went all the way to the 22nd.
Well, DJ,
I don't.
or is that what it is? Yeah, DJ. What made you in your scout? What made you get out when once you're in it? What made you? What
Excitement,
made that?
excitement.
Oh, so in other words,
To
it
be
was.
honest with you, it was excitement because I'd never done that many contracts before, and I don't know if you were on the live this morning, but I told Coach, I said I'm shaking, I'm sweating, fucking heart's
Yeah, I heard.
racing,
I was listening.
PTSD's kicking in. So it was the excitement of it all, right? But I knew I had to shed because I knew it was running, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't want to sell all 20 at one shot. So I sold the 10 first and let it continue to climb. And I'm sitting here and I'm doing my breathing. I'm doing all kinds of crazy shit to keep myself calm. And then finally, I just couldn't take it anymore, and it was still climbing. I was like, "Shit! I made a comment today. I'm good." So I got out, and then I got back in after lunchtime, or just a little after lunchtime, I think it was. I got back in it and got another 10 contracts and wrote that up. I only made a couple dollars off of that one because I knew I had to leave for a doctor's appointment. So
You're right.
Rob InsoFlow, there's a man after my heart. Thank you for the tip, brother. Anybody else, the tip jar is in full effect. If you want to donate, if you think I'm doing a good job up here, if you think I deserve to be rewarded, throw a tip in that tip jar. And if you can't afford it, that's okay too. I love you anyway. So check this out. Let me ask you,
What was the title of this? You said you wanted to talk about today?
Support and resistance line.
support and resistance lines.
Yep.
All right, okay.
Yep. But this right here, and I can't put my line in because I just hit them. But right here, Vinny, I'm seeing a double top, but it passed the double top, right? Today,
When was
is
that
that
today?
right? On SPY?
Yep. Yeah, because
it's not a double top, so it was, but it went past that.
Yes, it broke.
It broke
just on the top.
Wow.
Just how.
Wow.
So we're at
just
just
how IWM had one at 132-ish. It had a double top today as well.
Wow, that's insane.
Actually, it had.
SPY is on a tear, man.
What was that stock that Coach shouted out saying it was a 7-star? What was that stock?
That's
was it MSCR?
Yeah, SMCI.
Or SMCI.
Yeah.
Oh, SMCI.
Yeah, everybody, a whole lot of people made money on SMCI today.
Yeah, they had a triple top.
Oh my
IWM.
God.
That was a triple top.
Incredible.
Woo.
When IWM had a triple top. It made its last one at what's it, 246?
That is incredible.
Look at
that thing is a beast, man. I'm gonna tell you what, man. I live for the day I can afford one of those contracts.
Okay, but check this out. I'm still on the 1 month. Look at what it's doing.
Yeah, it's beast.
So, but do you see what it's doing?
I wonder how he found that.
What's it doing?
Yeah.
Where's it going?
Oh no, let me see. What are you on, a month?
I'm on a month. Look at this thing.
Super micro. Ooh,
yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to consider some puts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because this thing is on a serious downtrend.
Yeah, if you look at let's see, the 19th of April, look where your 200 is. Your 200's above it, not below it.
Where's Mark? Where's Mark at? He's not around.
Well, his wife has been having him with a major honeydew list.
Yeah, they're doing a whole lot of remodeling and stuff.
Yeah.
Let me state this. That's not personal or financial advice. I'm just saying.
What? Yeah, none of us are personal or financial advisors. So everything that we're talking about, none of this is.
Feel free to call us a shithead and a dummy. We don't know what we're talking about.
Tax advice. No, don't call me no shithead or no dummy. But we are not financial advisors. We're not shitheads or dummies.
That stock, certain news will drive the shit out of that stock.
Yeah.
And then other times when it's like running idle, it does what it did what it did from the 26th of March. You know how it goes in and out of that 200, goes in and out of that 200.
Yeah.
But
would you say that's your favorite indicator? Because you talk about the 200 a lot.
Hey, if you think of the 200 as a heartbeat, okay, The trading view that you guys have doesn't show it. The ones that I use that are in almost every one of our training videos is this setup, right? Mine's in different colors because I like color, right?
Right.
So that I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing and get yelled at again. So I'm not saying, but
Yeah, if it's
I
not in
learned
line with
tips.
something the coach says, then don't put yourself out there.
Right. So I'm not going to word it the way it probably coach says it, but coach drops tidbits here and there. And if you go watch some of his master classes that we pay money for, and they're just sitting there and nobody's watching them. If you go and watch some of these videos, not the ones that are free on YouTube, the ones that are in our paid member section, right? I think I'm up.
Yeah, to train.
I think I watched all 10 of them now, but I usually do them in threes because I'm a hands-on person. So if you show me something once, I'll get it. But this, I got to do it like 2 or 3 times to get the gist of what he's saying. But his that 200 is like the heartbeat of that stock, right? Because it's cyclical. It goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down, right? So when you add the other lines into that mix, you know, that's where you get your 5 and 6 star trade from. But I use that 200 and that 9 like it is gold, right? So,
all right, so check this out. We've got a Carter special support.
What one we got tonight, Dawn?
We got support and resistance lines, baby.
Hell yeah!
All right,
roll that beautiful
let's
foot.
go.
So if we look at
Nice.
Apple to get it, you're talking about
Now,
support
see
and
his chart
resistance,
set
right?
up?
So right here. So what I'm doing is, let me start drawing these out and I'll talk about it while I'm doing it.
You make
I'm
that
looking
big
for
dog-
candle
Here you go.
wicks. That's the bottom of the candles that are long, right? So every time we see a wick touch somewhere, right? You see this one, and this one. Every time we see those, that creates new support and resistance lines. And then what we do is the more it touches those areas, the more times that a candle is touching it, it gives it more weight to people mentally on being a higher support or resistance line. Then I always go back at least the previous day to see if there's anything else in range I should be noting. I always look at pre-market high or just the high of day overall. So that's going to be your high. This is your low. These are all your channels. See them?
Outstanding. Okay.
Yep. And now inside of these, right? So I'm looking at where they touch. You can see them all in here. Like here's another one that I didn't draw out. But I look at how many times does it touch that area, because then it gives it more weight. Just like you see how there's so much traffic in here.
Yeah.
This one was a big one. So the reason this is pulling so hard is because this line right here was a major supposed to be support line. See how it's fighting in here? And the reason we know that is because so many times and so much traffic was in this range. Okay. That means if it can't hold here, it's going to pull pretty hard, right?
Perfect.
But we know that going in, but we also know, okay, so since it's in here and since it pulled, well, now we're in each channel. So we have to, if we're scalping these, now we are inside of each of these channels and we know where it's going to go and how much wiggle room we have. So if it breaks here, it's going to come in here. If it breaks here, it's going to be in here. Breaks here, it's going to be in here. And if it breaks this final line, huge pull, right? Because there's nothing supporting this anymore, right? So we know
Gotcha.
it breaks this one, like that's why I say if it breaks this one, big pull. Otherwise, so if we look at this now we're in the next channel. You see how we're in here now?
Yeah.
Now we're scalping inside of this channel. Now we break this channel down and go, okay, it's right here because of this wick. See this wick? So, and there's not a lot of them. And here, this would be close. It's real close. See how these are real close?
I just dropped the link to the video that we're currently watching down there in the chat for you guys.
It doesn't always have to be exact, but you want to be pretty close to the ones that it's near to give you a pretty good idea of
When I do that, you can use these to create your own playlists. So keep that in mind.
what they are, right? So that is a complete breakdown of Apple support and resistance lines.
Now, if he'd have had the 200 on there on that video, you would watch that 200 will do the same, just about the same thing that the candles do. It's breathing and it's moving up and down and it's giving you the direction. You know, there's a lot of telltale stories.
Yeah, but
looking at a chart.
He doesn't talk a whole lot about focusing on the 200. So
yeah, that was early on. That was early on anyway.
About channeling.
Yeah.
But
so,
yeah, that's channeling.
As far as reading the whole chart, you're reading the sticks, you're reading the wicks, you're reading the lines, you're reading your volume. You know, it's everything that comes together to make that trade a 5 or a 6 star trade, right?
All right, come on.
Where is?
Were you looking for another one, Dawn?
Yep, I already got it.
What you got?
Cool.
What you got?
I love watching those videos.
So do I.
Yeah, they're amazing. And make sure when you guys go take a look at that, put a comment on it and let Coach know that you saw it. Tell him the Aftermarket sent you. Ha ha.
Tell them Callie sent you.
Yep.
There we go. Let's
support and
go.
resistance. Are you ready?
Yes, we are ready, Coach.
What stock we got?
I'm here.
All right. So if you look at my screen, every time a candle or a wick touches an area, that becomes support and or resistance. Here, see it?
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Here. All of these, see these spots?
Okay, so it's only the top side of the candle,
It's both.
It's both.
depending which way you're going.
Correct.
Right.
Yep. See,
Yeah.
like right here, right here,
You guys are
right
seeing this,
here.
right?
See them?
See where the circles are? That's how you form your support and resistance.
Yeah.
Anywhere they have touched multiple times. There's a question always posed. Do you use the candle bodies or the wicks? Whatever is touching the most frequently. So if all of these were wicks hitting this one spot, then you would use the wick. If all of these were candle bodies, then use the candle bodies. And maybe only one of them was a wick. You know what I mean? So whatever is touching the most, he uses both of them.
Yep.
Yum.
And that's only the peak on the 1 minute that you're doing, though, right?
Well, you could do it for anything, but yeah, I'm doing a 1 minute chart right now. Yep.
1 minute.
All right.
So then once I do that, I go.
Yeah, but you could do it for anything, he said. He's just happened to be using a 1 minute right there.
He's Jimmy to do that, right, Dawn?
Yep.
No,
Back
I'm just
previous day.
Wait, I'm sorry. So on the candle, it's the wick or is it the base? Because you said
wick.
the wick.
It's the
Okay,
wick.
the wick. All right, got it.
See my screen?
Yep.
Now SPY is harder because it's a ginormous number at $377. But notice like MULN and others like
See, because that's 3 wicks up there. If that had been 3 candle bodies, he would have used the bodies. So it's 3 wicks. So there is no bodies, but it did touch those areas 3 times. So those wicks are relevant.
can call it to the exact micro penny. As you can see right here, look at, I drew this line this morning. Do you see it?
Yep. Look
Yep.
9 times.
See how every time it touched it, it did something else? Here, basically here, and here. Do you see them?
Yeah. So you draw the line and then you observe that whether or not it's constantly hitting that line, then you know it's a resistance.
this is called resistance, right?
You do it for the previous day as well?
I do, as long as it makes sense. Yep.
And what about that high, so where it goes way above it? Did you create a line at the top of
Well,
that?
it never made it here, so we weren't worried about it yet, were we?
Hey, Dawn.
Oh, that was early in the morning for.
See here?
Coach, Coach, he'll show you sometimes if he can't get enough information, he'll go to the previous day to pick it up. Am I right?
That's correct.
Absolutely. And if he can't
Yeah.
find it there, he'll go to the day before that. He'll go back as far as he has to find information for this particular area that we're in this day.
Which
Gotcha.
goes
Okay.
back to what I said. When you do a stock, you do the whole existence, right? Go ahead.
You go back, yeah, you go back as far as it makes sense to go back. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't make sense to go a year back if there's no information that's helping us today. So
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at SPY. I had to go back 3 months to get the lowest
oh,
SPY the
well,
one day when it
that's
was hot.
Benny. That's listen to me, brother. That's
Yeah,
what we just said. You go
right.
back as far as you have to
Hmm.
find matching information. If it doesn't come up before 3 months, then hey, you got to go back 3 months. But if it comes back
Yeah.
way before that, there's no sense in continuing to go back.
Right,
You
right.
found something, you know what I mean?
I
Just
got
for
you.
time's sake. Yep.
Hmm.
But yeah, you can see here how it hit him the many times. And I love this dude's question because he's like, well, how come you didn't hit one here? Well, it never made it back up
They
there.
never make it right.
So why worry about that? You worry about that when it breaks this line.
Right.
It needs to break here before you even need to even think about this area.
And
You
what
know
else
what I
does
mean?
it have to do when it breaks, Dawn?
Well, it's got to break and hold, of course.
That's right, girl. You
You
got it.
know, it's got to break. I know how to trade, man. I know how to trade.
Just
It's
testing your
holding
sister.
on too damn long. You know what I mean? I know how to get green. I just hold
I
on
know.
too long. So it's like, here's the thing. You gotta, when it starts getting up in here, that's when you make sure you start paying attention to here, because most likely future, when it gets up here, what did it do the last time it got here?
Rejected.
Went down. So if it gets to that level up in here, most likely, not guaranteed, but most likely it's going to do the same thing.
So because
Yeah.
you ran out of range and there's nowhere else to go, and this is why I told everyone in the group this morning at like 7 o'clock that if MULN breaks 45.86 here, it's going to have blue skies until it reached here. See how I have to go way back because there's no other
And look
range
how
to
many
look
days
at.
he went back. It's
Oh yeah, you go
Yeah, I
across
know,
the
right?
days.
Then I got to go back
like a
until I
year.
see other
That's
ones.
what
You
you
see
got to
them all?
do.
Yeah.
That's what gets us paid.
So all in here
That's like a
is the
muffler.
next support of resistance. Then you got to go back even farther to here.
There you go.
Oops.
Yeah.
Here's your next support
Yeah.
or next resistance. Do you see these?
Mm-hmm.
Bottom one. Yep.
So if there isn't anything close by in that day, you've got to go back until you see them.
That we just said
Okay.
that.
And then how do
Yep.
you use them? It's just know that it's gonna.
We know
Hang
it's support or resistance, right?
Yep.
And then we use what's called channels, right?
Yep.
So if it's trading in a channel,
Okay, so here's a question for you. If he had to go back, why is he going back for that data? What would be the reason to find out what?
Support or resistance.
Support.
To find out how the stock behaved when it got in that area.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because if
Yep.
it got in that area, just like today, right? IWM did not want to pass 198 for shit. It kept getting up there and didn't want to pass it, but finally it broke it, and then it went, okay, well, it may go on to like 240, right? Say it goes to 240 in the next month. But then for whatever reason, it starts breaking down and has a few bad days, maybe even a bad week. And the next thing you know, that thing is sitting back at 200. It broke 200. It's down to 198. Wouldn't you want to know that information?
Yeah, because if it's on a double top, you're going to do what?
It's going to go to, it's going to have the same issue before that it had the first time. So if it gets back down to 198, you're going to go see, oh shit, it had a hard time passing 198 before. If it goes back down in that region, it may happen again. That's why you go look for this data. You want to know how that stock behaved at that level to know what it's going to do now at that level. You get what I'm saying?
That's how I had so much success on Burlington Coat Factory.
Yeah.
Because I watched the run up, right? So I had all that charted out. So I knew where it was going to go when it didn't do good.
Right. You got that, Future?
Yep.
Okay, baby.
Yeah, man.
which is where it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Let me show you. This is a channel. You see this?
Yep. I see
That's
it.
a channel. Then if it breaks the channel like it did right here, it breaks. Do you see it?
Yep. And then it's going to go down for a while.
That's right. So now it's in this channel. See this line?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it breaks that, it's going to go back down, and then you got this as a channel. See
That
it?
was the VWAP that it just broke. The last one you just showed.
Correct.
Right. Yep.
See, this will be the next channel right in here.
Between VWAP and your lower, what's that? Support line or resistance? Support
It
line.
goes off these candles. See the wicks?
Yep.
And then if it can't hold there, it goes down again. Do you see it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're taking support and resistance, turning them into channels. If it can't hold the channels, then it breaks through the next level.
Okay. Just
Then when you get really nutso, then you have to take this and you start creating your trend lines, which will tell you exactly where it came from, where it's expecting to go. See these?
Yep.
Which is called the vortex.
Which is Jimmy's vortex.
Love the
So
vortex.
just like this, if it cannot hold inside of this wedge here,
yeah,
that it's going to break one way or the other. See this
Ah,
point?
we said at the same time.
Or it'll come back up and hit this wedge and bang. See it?
Okay. So those are like the acceleration wedge. If it
That's
passes
right.
that, you know it's going to fly.
Correct.
I hate it when you
So
do
that
does
right
that.
there
We're not
is your
done.
support,
Stop blocking
resistance, technical analysis.
Yeah.
Dude.
That was excellent.
Yeah. That was stellar right there.
But all screen time, right, Dawn? You need that screen time.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Let me see. I didn't put that one in there, did I? Hold on 1 second. Let me get that for our peeps down there. How's everybody doing down there in the chat? Give me a 1 if you think this is some good training we're getting right here. Put a 1 in the chat if you like what we're doing tonight. Support and resistance. Lines. I think that's, yep, using the channels. That's the one we did. I'm going to get this shared down there for everybody so they can look at this too. And I'll put them in the description of this video. So for those of you that are watching the replay game, you can go ahead and look at these videos as well. Please make sure that you put a, when you click the link, right? You click the link, you go to the video and you watch the video and get what you need to get out of that. And then put a little comment and tell them the Aftermarket sent you. Let's go to Coach's Rules real quick while I put this link in the chat. I'll be right back.
Yeah, yeah, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Never lose more than 1 to 3% ever of your total account value in any given day. Always make sure you have stop losses on each and every single trade, whether it's shares or options. Make sure you guys are practicing base hits. Don't be trying to go for those home runs. Everybody be cool with that. Every once in a while you'll get the home runs, but that comes back to our other rule. Let the runners run and stop out the losers. All right? So if we're getting hammered on something and it's going against you, just get out of there. If you're new to trading, do not trade in the first 30 minutes of the day or the last hour, ever. And if you are new to trading, do not use real money. You should be using simulated trainers, and you can use them on all sorts of different accounts. TD has them. TradingView, you can do rewinds. There's all sorts of stuff. Don't come in with real money blowing up your account. That is not how you want to learn. I want to make you a stock market trader and not just another call-out chaser.
Now, if there's any rule that most people should live by, There's the one where he said, if it's going against you, get out of there.
That's
Don't
right.
sit there and hope
Right.
that it's coming back because you will get cut.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would have to say, Vinny, that is the one that resonates right now with me the most. That was the last piece of the puzzle that I had to master. That was the last
Yeah.
piece of the puzzle that I had to master to become profitable consistently. You know what I mean? I've been profitable, but it hasn't been consistent. Why? Because I would get in and I would hold on too long to trades. And I would get all the way out and wouldn't shed. So those two things
Right.
are my thing right there that I'm working on. Getting out when it's going against me and shedding and not getting all the way out. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody down there. Thanks for giving me the ones. I saw you down there, and we'll acknowledge that in 2 seconds. But I just want to say hi to everybody. HR, aka Tiki 1958, Chicken Nugget, what's going on? I see you, brother. Jay Washington, what's happening? Welcome. We've got Ange down there. What's up, Ange? We got Victoriano, Paula at the beach. Hey, Paula, how you doing, baby girl? We got Jay Washington again. We got Bubbles. Hey, honey. We got JP. Hey, JP. We got Prophet down there. DJ Vinny. Special K. What's going on, Special K? Hi, Leslie. I see you. We got Steve. We got Freddie. Freddie, what's going on, brother? We got Miguel. I love me some Freddie, man. We got Miguel. We got Marisol 413. What's going on? We got Darn Cricket down there in the house. We got Mafia 56. What is going on? Joe Pink in the house. What's up, Joe Pink? What is happening, brother? We got Jack Mill down there. What's up, Jack Mill? We got Patience for Pennies. What's going on, Patience for Pennies? Girl Trader. What's going on, girl?
Joe Pink, we need you to come up here. Let's talk about your trades, buddy.
21% of my TSLL, says Portuguese Flying Stew. What up, Bruno? James L in the house. What's going on, James L? We got Bad Influence. Way to go, Bad Influence. Who else we got down there? Who else? We got everybody putting the ones down there. Thank you. We got Mafia 56 with the ones. We got Patience for Penny putting a one up in there, saying that they're learning something. James L learning something. Thank you very much. I'm glad you guys are getting something out of it. Special K, Diesel Dan, F2K6. Thank you for the tip the other day, F2K6. I appreciate you. Who else we got down there? Steve Kean with a one. Mustang Chris with a one. Thank you, Mustang Chris. Carolyn Chicken Wraps with a one. What's up, Carolyn Chicken Wraps? I love it. One like you are number one. Oh, I love you, baby. Thank you. Who else we got down there? Who else? Charles Bowman. What is going on? Master the systems that reign supreme. Very well put, Charles. Very well put. I love your questions and I love your statements, dude. Very well put.
Good job, Joe.
Vegan Knowledge JJ, my beautiful wife, always supporting. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you. Hudson Miller, what is going on? He said, what up? What up with you, brother? Did you have another green day? That's all I want to know. Did you break any rules or did you have another green day? Talk to me. Let me know. Get the F out of Dodge, man.
What?
Sarah, where the hell have you been, girl? I feel like I feel like that movie that what was it? Oh my God, that John Ritter was in, and he fell into the scene of Three's Company, and they were like, "Jack, where have you been?" Oh my God, what was that movie? He fell into the television. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Does anybody know that movie? Oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my God, what is that? Does anybody know the movie that I'm talking about? Please tell me you do, because that's going to drive me crazy until I look it up. Welcome, Farah. It's been a while. We were talking about you the other day. It's like, where's Farah been? Wow, we missed you, girl. We've got Joe Mariano in there. What's up, Joe Mariano? Joe Pink said, I can't talk about it anymore. I can't talk about it anymore today.
He's paper trading. He's doing fine.
I'm straight trading. Oh my God. Like I'm a day one.
Freddie
It's all good.
Freeloader was another one that got into IWM too today.
Freddie, you make some money off of IWM? I hope so. Kurt C,
Like,
what's
or
going
something
on,
like that.
Kurt C? Mike Clark, what is going on? 5% total account. Go Hudson. Yes, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Farrah said, I love and miss you all, but I'm back. Love you. Okay, that's all we need to go. That's all we need to know. I know that's right. Welcome back, baby girl. You were missed.
Freddie said, "Oh yeah, oh yeah."
Oh yeah, Freddie. Paula at the beach saying, hey, Kurt C. Just saying hi to people. Stay tuned. That's what it was. Thank you, Joe Pink. Stay freaking tuned. It was right on the tip of my tongue.
That's the name of the movie. Stay tuned.
That was the name of the movie. Yes. Go look that up. There's a scene in there. Basically, there's this weird remote control. He goes into like this pawn shop, right? And there's this little like a samurai looking dude in there. He looks like Mr. Miyagi, right? And he sells him this magic remote, right?
Oh,
because
yeah.
He breaks his universal remote. So he goes to buy another one. Well, apparently this thing puts his ass right in the show.
That's funny.
If he clicks certain buttons, he goes in the TV, okay?
Right.
And he messes around, and there's a scene where he clicks a button, and he ends up in like Gunsmoke. Then one time he ends up in like a soap opera. Well, there's one scene where he ends up in fucking Three's Company, dude. He falls into a scene with Three's Company, and all of a sudden he stands up. He's dressed like Jack Tripper, and the girls are standing there, and they say, "Jack, where have you been?"
That's too funny.
Oh my God, go look that up. Three's Company, stay tuned scene. It's so funny because we all get the joke.
Right.
You know what I mean? So shout out to John Ritter. Love you, brother. We'll always miss you. John Ritter was a good talent. I'm telling you. John Ritter was good. He was good. That was a real loss there.
Yeah. Another one gone before his time.
Yes, definitely. Absolutely. What time is it? It is 6:23. You guys got anything else you want to add before we shut this thing down?
Support and resistance lines are very, very important.
Uh-oh. Linda.
It's part of your big picture.
You guys like my thumbnail today?
Yeah, I like that. It almost looked like Mark Mancini's picture. I had to do a double take. I was like,
a little bit of Mark
it's
Mancini.
It's almost got the same pose and all.
Right?
Oh yeah.
A little bit of Mark Mancini in the house. Yeah, he does, right? But that was the name of the game today. Support and resistance, guys. Hopefully you got something out of this. I put the links in the chat for you to click and use to save into your own playlist. I will put them in the description of this video. And that way, if you didn't get a chance to get it during the live stream, you can look this video back up in about 10 or 15 minutes, and those links will be there as well. Those of you in the replay game, you'll be able to go ahead and click them and see what we watched today. Because support and resistance lines are important, like Vinny said. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got schooled. No last names, please. Sorry.
We got what?
Somebody wrote in the chat, no last names, guys. Whoops.
Did we say a last name? Did I say a last name?
Whoops. I did.
Oh.
But I thought that was his stage name.
So, oh, right. Yeah. No, he's not Marky Mark, but he's Mark 4, 5, 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
But, shout out to everybody that made it in today, and hopefully you guys got something out of it. Future Trader, thank you. And I hope some of the things that we talked about today gave you even
Oh,
a
helped me
little
big
bit
time.
more insight into the L2. Good.
Man, I'll be
good.
there tomorrow morning with you guys.
Yes, Victoriano said lines are the roadmap for success.
Well said,
Absolutely.
Victoriano. Well said.
Absolutely.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yep.
And Vinny, thank you for, as usual, for just being you, man. And you know, giving all the input and your insights and, you know, turning us on to things and, you know, in your own way, always trying to help. You know what I mean? Because at the
That's
end of the
right.
day, whether you say the right way or the wrong way, at the end of the day, your heart's in the right place and all you're trying to do is help. So good.
Thank you.
I love you, man. Yeah. Yeah. You're good people. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for today. I'm going to go ahead because I'm trying to go ahead and get this video edited up. I'm tired of watching the same coach videos over and over and over. It's time for some new stuff. So I'm going to get to work doing that, or get back to work doing that. And I will see you guys in the mañana, 4
Yes.
a.m. in the pre-market.
Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings,
Good
y'all.
night. Later.
Later.
Posted our new mastermind series class, which is going to be June 5th at 4:30 Eastern. This is how to grow your small account part 2. You do not have to watch the first one to have the second one, but I highly recommend it because it is the basis and the foundation leading into part 2, which was how to grow your small account. It was $199 if you were able to buy that before the class. It's almost 2 hours. But it is a full 90-minute class with Q&A. You guys will be able to rewatch that as much as you want. If you did buy the first one, there is a discount code that you guys can use. I can't just blurt it out because it's only if you bought the first one. So head over to our Discord, look at the channel that is for the replay of that video, and you guys will see the actual discount code that is listed inside of there. You can find it in our store if you go to AmericanDreamTrading.com. Make sure you have a journal, electronic or handwritten, some sort of handwritten journal though. I'm telling you that's going to help you much more than trying to put this in an Excel spreadsheet. We want to put down the psychology of what you were doing in the trading. Was it good? Was it bad? What could you have done better? Did you get in at the right time? Did you shed? Which technique did you use? Why did you do it? You know, you want to hold yourself accountable every single day and journal. If you're a new trader, do not use real money. You should be simulating only using simulated cash. You can use Webull, TradingView. There's some other ones that allow you to use simulated cash. Do not use real money when you come in here. That is not what you should be doing. You should not be blowing up your accounts. Do not try to learn from real money. That is not going to help you. So please don't do that.